Hiya, my name's Savannah Marshall and you're watching Sport and Icons.
So Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, WBC, lineal, and of course two-time Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of the world. And of course the only heavyweight currently to hold every single belt that the heavyweight division has to offer that he could physically get his hands on. One hell of an achievement, right? One hell of an achievement. Now, he appeared on his regular slot of Good Morning Britain. And of course, he was speaking about Anthony Joshua's performance over Kubrat Pulev. And of course, he's reiterating that he actually wants to fight with Anthony Joshua. Okay, now first things first, Fury, he's got to iron out with whatever's going on with Wilder, which I'm sure he will. That's got to be sorted out. Joshua, he has to iron out with the WBO situation with Alexander Usyk in order for this fight to happen. If not, Fury vacate WBC, Joshua vacate WBO. We're all going to watch it anyway, okay? Now, as I said, he was on Good Morning Britain, and this is what he had to say about the Kubrat Pulev performance for Anthony Joshua. So I watched the fight. I was very impressed with what Joshua did. But he's standing in my way of total supremacy in my era. He's the only one left that I haven't beaten. Immortality awaits. I'm one win away from it. I'm very optimistic that the fight will happen in 2021. So Joshua, grow a pair and sign a contract, big boy. I think it's going to be one of the most explosive, quickest fights you'll see. I'm aiming to take him out inside 4 rounds. Tyson Fury statement. Okay, 4 rounds is a little bit different to what he said a day or so ago, which was 2 to 3 rounds. Doesn't really matter what round it is that he says. He's very confident he's going to beat Joshua. Whether it be stoppage or whatever it be, he's going to be the one with his hand raised. He's very confident of that. Likewise, Joshua will be very confident that he's got the beating of Tyson Fury. It's a must-see fight. So all the talk of who would win, who is the number one in the heavyweight division, well, here's a very unique idea. Put them both in the fucking ring. Let's find out. Because everything right now is opinion. If Tyson Fury, where he talks about supremacy, if he wants to be considered the number one of this era, the best of this era, some people have said that he's the greatest of all time. Well, to be the greatest of all time, you have to be the best of your era. For him to be the best of his era, he has to go through Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua wants to become the greatest of all time or the best of this era, he has to go see Tyson Fury and become the legitimate number one of this era. All roads lead to each other currently. Between them, they hold all the belts, correct? Everything else is opinion. Only way to find out, stick them both in the ring. Now, as far as Joshua's performance over Kubrat Pulev, covered this one in an earlier video. If you haven't seen it, it'll pop up at the end of this one, where he's saying, again, complete opposite. He keeps counteracting a lot of his own fanatical fans where they just want to be critical of Anthony Joshua no matter what it is that he does. Doesn't matter what Joshua had done to Pulev, they were always going to criticize. It was already predetermined in their mind they were going to hate on Anthony Joshua no matter what happened. Tyson Fury's telling the truth. It was an impressive performance. Doesn't matter how you look at it, it was an impressive performance. Joshua had been out of the ring for a year. Last time he was out of the ring for a year, what happened? Lost to Andy Ruiz Jr., okay? So it was good to see that he can take all that time off, come back, and still put on a good performance, which he did. People will say Kubrat Pulev is old, he's 39. Okay, but why is the age gap between Kubrat Pulev to when Hughie Fury fought him? The age gap is so much different, so much bigger. So why was that okay? Much like it was with Povetkin and Dillian White and this, that, and the other. What is all that about? I don't understand. Why is it that when Dillian White fights Povetkin, he's old? When Joshua fights Povetkin, he's old. When Joshua fights Pulev, he's old. Hughie Fury fights both these guys. Oh, that's a good win. That's a good fight, that is. Same with Michael Hunter when he fought Povetkin. People will just hate for the sake of hating, okay? But when it comes to his performance, gun shy, covered this already. How can he possibly be gun shy? The amount of uppercuts that he threw, the fact that he made the referee count Kubrat Pulev 4 times, legitimately hit him to the canvas 3 times, knocked him out cold on the 4th occasion. On one occasion, Kubrat Pulev turned his back and was walking away to the ropes. Arguably, the referee denied Joshua a 3rd round stoppage, did he not? And yes, I'm very critical of the referee because even when Pulev got dropped, the amount of time that the referee gave Pulev was unbelievable. It was unreal. So I can be very critical of the referee. Anyway, it is what it is. Now, it was a good performance. He out-jabbed the guy who many would say had the best jab in the heavyweight division. Joshua took that away from Pulev and out-jabbed him, out-boxed him. People say he fought cautious. Good. He's learned from it then. People want to draw comparisons by saying, well, the Andy Ruiz Jr. first fight is still haunting him. Good. I hope it is, because it'll make him a better fighter. To become a very great elite fighter, to be the best fighter they could possibly be, you need to have a defensive game. Look at Tyson Fury. He's the master of defense. If he don't want you to hit him, you ain't hitting him. At times. Okay? But that's what you need. You need the all-round game. Joshua's adding that. So why is it Joshua, he shows a little bit of defensiveness, and it takes skill to be defensive. Well, he's a coward. He's frightened. He's got ghosts. But Fury does it. What a masterful boxer. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any kind of sense. So Tyson Fury is absolutely correct. Joshua's performance over Pulev was fantastic. You can say Pulev is old, whatever, okay? Did you say that Wilder, his win over Luis Ortiz was something spectacular? A Luis Ortiz who's 3 years older than Pulev? Think about it. Hold everybody to the same candle. Now, sign the contract. Well, Bob Arum, he said, and Eddie Hearn has also said, of course, both of these guys respectively work for both sides of the team, that there are still some things to iron out. Fury, he still needs to sort out the Wilder situation. Joshua still needs to sort out the Usyk WBO situation, and there are still some other things to sort out as well. Where's the fight going to take place? Hopefully in the UK, right? Let's hope so. But is what it is. We're going to watch it no matter what, are we not? Both of these guys want the fight. People say, well, Joshua, he didn't really go in and say, yeah, I definitely want Tyson Fury after the fight. That shows he doesn't really want the fight. Are you mad? Are you mad? Of course not. He's been around belt collecting. Why would he not want the WBC? Because he's Tyson Fury. That's the biggest payday he's ever going to receive in his life. Doesn't matter how you see that fight going. It's huge. Absolutely massive. Neither one of these guys is going to drive past McDonald's wondering whether or not they can buy a Happy Meal or not. They're going to be loaded. Not that they're not already, of course. But that is what it is. Both of these guys want the fight. Contract, well, there's probably no contract at the minute, okay? So don't buy into that one too much. Explosive, quick fight, I doubt it. But, hey, you never know. For me, I can see this fight ending either late rounds or on points for either one of them, to be honest with you. I love both of these guys. Ecstatic for the winner, of course, devastating for the loser. But the way that he's talking about supremacy in his era, I like the fact that he said that. He recognises that he needs to see Anthony Joshua. That's the only way he's going to be legitimately, worldwide, globally seen as the number one in the division. You've got to see Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, likewise, has got to see Tyson Fury. Are there big fights out there? Of course there is. But number one, number two in the division, doesn't matter which way around you have it, that's exactly how it is. So I can totally agree with everything that Tyson Fury says there, maybe with the exception of a fourth round stoppage. Hey, you never know. Tyson Fury, he's shown something very unique that he doesn't usually do in the Wilder rematch back there in February. So who knows? You never know. I wouldn't put it past Tyson Fury to do that, but unlikely. I don't think the tactics and the game plan that he fought Wilder with would work against Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's foot movement is so much superior to Wilder. In fact, Joshua's all-round game is so far superior to Deontay Wilder. It's only Wilder's big right hand that is probably a little bit of a difference. But Joshua can knock you out with that right hand, and he can do it with a left, and from different angles and that as well. So I think that this is going to be a very, very good fight. Hopefully it happens. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.